on your champions dial. Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. Yes, so both nations are done with their national anthems. Right about now, we shall go pay a short bill. Yeah, a short commercial. We shall go for right about now. Because when we come back, it will be everything in a full commentary mode. Don't even move for muscle.
What's debuting every Saturday? It's Mathematical 7. Oh yes, what time? 7:30 a.m. on the dot. Where? Of course, it's Eagle 7 Sports Radio Station, 103.7 FM, terrestrial radio, and of course, on our social media platforms. What's it about? It's a full range of sports and entertainment. Oh yes, what a complete package of goodness. We're doing this for you, our superb listeners. You're going to be astounded. Now you may ask me, what's on offer? There will be incredible stories written by Mathematical 7, stories from his archives, and exclusive live and recorded conversations with sports personalities from around the world. Not only this, we will take a deep look into sports issues in Africa and beyond. This is the dot to dot, where once you connect the dots, you get the full picture of this new, exciting program. As usual, there's going to be great music from Eagle 7 Sports Radio Station, 103.7 FM. Come on, set your dial to this frequency. Stay tuned to Eagle 7 Sports Radio Station, 103.7 FM.
All the party we can do for Lagos City.
You say Saturdays are for parties? Well, we say Saturdays are for sports.
Ronaldo! Absolutely incredible!
Join Donaldo, the big game player, every Saturday on Saturday Sports Zone. Get expert analysis and juicy sporting stories from Nigeria, Africa, and around the globe. Tune in from 12 noon to 4 p.m. on Eagle 7 Sports Radio, 103.7 FM. When the mic is on, it's all about having fun. Sell your TV and buy radio. Radio just got more interesting with Donaldo, the big game player. Saturday Sports Zone, making your Saturday a splendid day.
This is the Eagle. Fly high with us. Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM.
Match day 1 victories. Both by a 2-1 scoreline solidified Egypt and South Africa's status as the favored nation to progress from Group B, giving the winner of this clash a significant likelihood of facing a third-place qualifier in the round of 16. Egypt are amongst the favorites to lift the Africa Cup of Nations AFCON trophy in mid-January and retain their status despite needing a stoppage time winner to get past rank outsiders as Zimbabwe, who are 139th. The Pharaohs suffered the scare of a half-time deficit, but having amassed 77% possession and 35 shot attempts, they managed to convert their thorough domination into 3 points, meaning they have now already eclipsed their disastrous winless campaign in 2023. Following a winless Arab Cup tournament earlier this month, Egypt will now be desperate for their first clean sheet in 8 games to send a message to their title rivals. And for South Africa, they are widely expected to finish second in Group B and come into this contest after needing a late winning goal of their own to claim 3 points in an evenly matched game with Angola. It was a successful return to AFCON for 2023 bronze medalists, who have subsequently now won 5 of their 8 AFCON matches, drawing 1, losing 2. Since the start of the previous edition, their 26 sports deficit to Egypt in the FIFA rankings is just one reason why they are the underdogs in this contest. But with a 12-game unbeaten run, winning 6 or drawing 6, that began in July, Bafana might feel confident about taking at least 1 point in this encounter. And of course, with that being said, I warmly welcome you to this big encounter right there in Morocco. It's the 35th edition of the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations. Right on your champions dial, Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. Make that 3 minutes of football be played. Yes, 3 minutes of football being played right there in Morocco. Egypt nil, South Africa nil. Well, for Egypt, who are the home side based on this fixture, they are playing from the left-hand side of the screen to the right-hand side. And for South Africa, the Rainbow Nation, they are playing in opposite directions. Well, for the Pharaohs of Egypt, it's their traditional home colors, red shirts, white shorts, and black socks. And for the Rainbow Nation, South Africa, their traditional home colors as well, yellow shirts, deep green shorts, and yellow socks as well. Look at the Gladiators are doing battle right here. For Egypt, it's a 4-2-3-1 formation. In between the sticks, Mohamed El Shanawi, just number 23. The defenders, Mohamed Hani, just number 3. Yassa Ibrahim, just number 6. Rami Rabia, just number 5. Mohamed Hamdi, just number 12. And for the holding midfielders, Marwan Atia, just number 19. Zizo, just number 25. Just in front of them, Hamdi Fati, just number 14. Mohamed Salah, just number 10. Omar Mamouche, just number 22. And the lone striker, Mahmoud Trezeguet, just number 7. And for Bafana South Africa, it's a 4-3-3 formation. In between the sticks, Ronwa Williams, the skipper, just number 1. The defenders, Aubrey Modiba, just number 6. Umbekezeli Mbokazi, just number 14. Siabonga Ingazena, just number 21. Kuliso Mudao, just number 20. The midfielders who've got Sifefelo Sitol, just number 13. Tebo Homokwena, just number 4. Talente Mbatha, just number 5. And the strikers, Oswina Police, who got one of the goals in the first game, just number 7. Not forgetting Lal Foster, the man who got the winning goal for South Africa in the first game, just number 9. And of course, Shipang Muremi. Those are the Gladiators doing battle. On the substitute bench for the Pharaohs of Egypt, we've got Ahmed El Shanawi. We've got Ufa Shaber, Hossam Abdul Magwid, Imam Ashu, Salam Hussein, Mustafa Mohamed. We've got Ahmed Fato, Mohamed Shihata, Mohanad Lashin, Mustafa Fati, Ibrahim Adel, Osama Faisal, Ahmed Aid, Khalid Sobi, Mahmoud Saba. And for Bafana South Africa, we've got Sifo Chine, Ricardo Goss, Rele Bohile Ratomo, Moha Unkota, Elias Mokwana, Batusi Albas, Tylon Smith, Sifo Mbule, Samokelo Kabini, Unko Sinati Sibisi, Kolomani Indamane, Evidence Magokpa, Chandra Campbell, not forgetting Tholo Tabang, Matuludi. Those are the players on the substitute bench for Egypt and of course South Africa. The gaffer of South Africa, Hugo Bruce, and for Egypt, Hossam Hassan. And of course, the man with the whistle, the referee here, is a Burundian. He has been officiated by Pacific Ndabihawanimana from Burundi. That's the man with the whistle. 5 minutes on the clock right there. Egypt nil, South Africa nil. Definitely it's all to play for. And for both nations, they got all maximum 3 points in their first leg or in the round 1 of the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations. Both are winning 2-1 respectively. For Egypt, they are victorious over the opponent right there. Talking about Zimbabwe. And for Bafana, they had the better over the Palancas Negras of Angola. They'll be looking at getting a maximum 3 points right here, so they can get a qualification to the next round of the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations. Definitely, I will not be riding solo. I've got Lawrence Wanchuko Maxwell, Maximum Go Poacher as my color commentator. Yeah, good evening, Maximum Go Poacher. Welcome to the broadcast.
Yes, respect, Donald Senna. Once again, good evening to our listener. Yes, a steady start right there in Agadir. I think both sides have had some early possession, and there is still plenty of action to come. I mean, it's a big rivalry in African football. two sides who sealed their place in the 2026 World Cup. A whole lot to play for them, because after the Nations Cup, it's more planning for the World Cup. So you want to look at this stage and just imagine how fierce or how serious they would be approaching it. So I think it's going to be a very, very tight game, a game that I'm not expecting too many goals to be scored, because these sides do know what's at stake. Egypt would be gunning for an 8th title. South Africa still, trying to rub shoulders with the big guns of Africa football. You want to cut some slack for them, because truly the progression is there for all to see. Hence why I say, yes, this is a game that, we should be expecting excitement. But in the area of goals, I'm not expecting too many goals at Donald Center.
Oh, well, talking about goals, we often see our goals are the currency of the game. And in the first leg or in the round one of the matches right there, the Africa Cup of Nations, the big game players actually turned up. The likes of Osuna Police, Lal Foster for Bafana, South Africa. And for Egypt, it was all about Omar Mamouche, the Man City star, of course, Mohamed Salah. Do you see the big game players are turning up this evening right there in Morocco?
Yeah, we've seen that, yes, like you said, the top names in African football, those that we are expecting that will light up the stage, the Jacksons of this world, the Lal Foster, like you mentioned, the Mo Salah, everyone, maybe except for our own Victor Osimhen, that is yet to really deliver the good. Yes, I'm expecting a player like Manchester City's Mamouche to blaze a path today, to play a major role, because he's got what it takes. He does the dribbling very well, and you expect that, players like this should turn up against the South African side. Yeah,
most definitely. And of course, we are turning up right here on your Champions Dial, Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. Perhaps you're just turning on your listening device. This is the ultimate football experience. Egypt versus South Africa. It's all about round 12 matches at the Total Energy Africa Cup of Nations. A game has already come and gone. Talking about the Palancas Negras of Angola playing at a 1-0 draw versus the Warriors of Zimbabwe in Group B. And of course, this is the second game in Group B that is currently ongoing. Right about now, ball in the hands of Bafana, South Africa. They lose possession now to the Egyptians in the half of Egypt. Not so far from the center circle, still with Egypt, with Yasser Ibrahim, finds his teammate in Rabai. And now they are moving forward from the left-hand side. Yes, still in the half of South Africa, rather than the half of Egypt. At a walking pace, they are not in a haste at all. Now ball with Ibrahim. What to Mando, finds his teammate in Mohamed Ani. Mohamed goes all the way back to Yasser Ibrahim. Ibrahim to the goalkeeper, El Shanawi, with a long one. That was indeed hasty coming from El Shanawi. South Africa looking at getting the ball back, but no, Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian king, and now just bumping forward in the half of Egypt from the left-hand side, looking to find Omar Mamouche right there, but definitely man was indeed dispossessed. Mo Salah already has a goal. This edition of the AFCON, always attacking like the maximum goal poacher. Still with South Africa. That throw was taken quickly. Still with Egypt rather in the half of South Africa. They are not in a haste at all. Make that 10 minutes. 10 minutes. A long one towards the path of just my 3-man. Absolutely posing a square plane to the 18-yard box. Mo Salah was unable to reach that one. That was indeed a fine delivery coming from Mohamed Hani to Mohamed Salah. A beautiful teamwork coming from the Egyptian Kings. That was a beautiful cut in by Hani. Just my 3-man from the right-hand side towards the path of Mo Salah inside the penalty box. But that was too long to be met by Mo Salah. Mo Salah being chased down by Mbokazi. Quite unfortunate that Mo Salah was unable to get to that one. It will be a goal kick too. South Africa taking shots by the goalkeeper, Rowan Williams. Recall, man was right there at the MK Abiola Sports Arena in Kutu, Abeokuta, Ogun State, Nigeria, when his club side came to town to face Remo Stars. I'm talking about Mamelodi Sundowns. They trounced Remo Stars 5-1. Right now, it's all about representing his national team. Back to South Africa, now with Rowan Williams in his penalty box. Finds his teammate from the left-hand side of the fence, Modiba, just my 6-man. A long one looking to attack Egypt. And now still with South Africa. The Rainbow Nation finds his teammates. Man looking to attack, but no. A beautiful defensive job. A bit done by the Egyptian right there, Zizo. And now back to Egypt. They've got the ball. Now Mo Salah of Liverpool from right hand side. Just looking to go past to Bafana. Man is sandwich. Referee blows his whistle. Yeah, the Burundian, Pacific. And interestingly, this isn't the first time that this referee is officiating a game involving Egypt or even South Africa. Interestingly, a man was the fourth official when Egypt took on Zimbabwe in their first game. Yes, this game is being officiated by Pacific in Dabiha, where Nimana from Burundi, Mimasa Dickens from Kenya is overseeing the VAR for this encounter. The Burundians served as the fourth official in Egypt's match day one encounter versus Zimbabwe, whereby the Pharaohs won that game 2-1. And interestingly, for the referee Pacific in Dabiha, Nimana, he was famously the referee of the 2021 CAF Champions League final at the Stade Mohammed V in Casablanca, Morocco, on the 17th of July when Al Ahly defeated Kaizer Chiefs 3-0 to win a record-extending 10th CAF Champions League title. They also earned the right to play against Raja Casablanca, the winners of the 2010-2021 CAF Confederation Cup, in the 2021-22 CAF Super Cup. And interestingly, according to former Kaizer Chiefs head coach Stuart Baxter, man believes that the red card Happy Mashiane received in the CAF Champions League final was a killer to the game, as it allowed Al Ahly to claim their 10th title. The then 23-year-old Mashiane was shown a straight red card on the stroke of halftime for a reckless challenge after the referee checked with video assistant referee VAR, as Al Ahly is to a 3-0 win right there, Morocco. Maximum Goal Poacher, what do you make of officiating? So far, so good right there at this ongoing edition of the AFCON. I mean, a whole lot of persons have indeed said that officiating has been questionable. For example, former Gaffer of Super Eagles of Nigeria, Kenneth Raw. We know what happened between DR Congo and, of course, the Cheetahs of Benin Republic.
Yeah, it's not something that is new. It's a tournament that came with a high, expectation. And everyone was expecting it was always going to be like smooth sailing from the blast of the whistle. It's not always like that. And this is not even peculiar to the African Cup of Nations, talking about questionable officiating. It's everywhere. We understand that. But looking at the start of this tournament, I wouldn't really say it has been poor in terms of the officials. Is it the usage of the VAR or the calls? It's not anything we should even start discussing at this point. It's the second round of games, and people are already pointing at poor officiating, which we already know would always rear its head whenever we have major tournaments like the AFCON. For me, I think it has been fair enough. It's not been controversial. You feel it's been fair enough? Save for maybe Kenneth Ross complaint. I mean, what else have we heard of?
What about the first penalty of this competition that was given
to Morocco?
Yeah, I feel that penalty was indeed questionable right there.
We always have our opinion, Donald. But I mean, the referee, they did all they had to do and got to that point. So, like I said, for me, I don't think the officials should be called out at this point. We just get into the second games of this group stages. So really, I don't have any problem with how officiating has panned out so far.
Well, so far, so good attacks in this encounter. 8-2, the Pharaohs of Egypt, and of course, 6-2 Bafana South Africa. Right about now, a ball in the hands of South Africa. Finds it in the center circle. Man pulls in a long one, looking to find the attacker, but absolutely too long to be met by the striker right there. For the Egyptian defense, they were raising their hands, signaling for offside, but the AR will definitely not care. And now ball in the hands of the Egyptians from the left-hand side. Just stroking the ball peacefully. And now to just my 19-man, Mawan Atia, finds his teammate. And now goes all the way back to Annie. To Atia. Atia with a trivial pass to Mohamed Hamdi from the left-hand side. Just moving forward. Yes, still with Egypt. Now in the half of South Africa. What to Mando, hugging the sidelines, looking to find his teammates in Omar Mamouche. Mamouche is brought down by Siyabonga Ingezana. A referee goes to speak to him. The Burundian, Mamouche, is still down on the touchline. That was indeed a sliding tackle. Yes, a sliding tackle from Siyabonga Ngezana on Omar Mamouche. Mamouche is back on his feet. Yeah. Man is held by Mo Salah and, of course, the referee. The two Premier League stars. They did well by shining like a million star in their first game against the Warriors of Zimbabwe. It will be a free kick to Egypt from the left-hand side in the half of South Africa. They've got a defending to do right here. The goalkeeper, Ronwen Williams, just marshalling his defense and, of course, dishing out instructions. Mamouche back on his feet. Salah standing by this one alongside Rami Rabia, and both were communicating. Just now 5 and 10 men respectively. Who will take this one? It looks more or less like something that has been practiced in training. A whole lot of pushing, thugging, and pulling of shirt inside the half of South Africa. Just at the edge of the box, a referee goes to speak to them. That was between both the players, Yassa of Egypt, and of course the player of South Africa as well. They definitely need to keep their cool. Yeah, cross comes in. Wow, what a ball! Just went beyond the players right there. For Rami Rabia, who was at the right place at the right time. Ball just flashed in front of him. How on earth did that ball just go past Rabia? Wow, you can see the gaffer of Egypt right there. He knows that that's a big chance gone begging. Hossam Hassanain, born on the 10th of August in 1966. Man is an Egyptian professional football manager and former player who played as a striker. Currently the head coach of the Egypt national team. He was a prolific goal scorer. He is Egypt's all-time top scorer with 69 goals in 177 appearances. Interestingly, he's a twin. Yeah, Egypt moving forward now. Mo Salah brought down. Rather, Omar Mamouche, absolutely. The Burundian referee brandishes a yellow card to the South African right there. Mokoena. Tebo Mokoena. That was indeed a tackle from behind from Omar Mamouche. Mamouche was definitely running on goal. Mokoena is lucky to just receive a yellow card. Wow, that was indeed needless from Mokoena. But then again, he needed to do that because Mamouche was definitely a true on goal. Although he had two players in front of him right there. Mokoena of Mamelodi Sundowns brings down Mamouche of Man City. It will be a free kick in a promising position. Our first yellow card of this encounter goes to Tebo Mokoena, just my former of South Africa. Yeah, for the gaffer of Egypt, a man is a twin. His brother Ibrahim also played professional football, and they shared teams for most of their extensive careers. Maximum goal poacher for the Pharaohs of Egypt. They are still like a house on fire. Omar Mamouche definitely causing the ambush.
I mean, Mokoena is lucky to have seen just a yellow card for that challenge, Donald. I mean, I thought the video assistant referee could have just scored because that was indeed a bad challenge. It was that bad, you know. I mean, on Mamouche. But good enough, he got a yellow card. Otherwise, it would have been a different story. I think it's been Egypt all the way. Egypt have kept us going in terms of the attack, the flurry of attack. Yeah, there was a moment where Mo Salah, I thought he could have slid to actually get contact with that pass, but maybe age or whatever it is, he just could not contact one sumptuous pass that came in from the left earlier. It's a great game. 20 minutes have gone down already, and an opportunity for the Pharaohs to actually take advantage. Remember, set piece, this is the in thing right now. If you can't call from open play, you need to look for other ways of putting the ball in the net.
And most definitely, for the Egyptians, they'll be looking at putting this one into the back of the net. Wow, two Premier League stars standing over this one, just at the edge of the box. Omar Mamouche, Mo Salah. A well-focused Mamouche on the left, Salah on the right. Wow, takes it! Almost going into the back of the net. Omar Mamouche. Ronwen Williams, who was definitely rooted to the spot. Omar Mamouche was looking for the top right corner. Wow, just went inches wide What a perfectly inch free kick from Omar Mamouche. Big chance gone Bergen. It will be a goal kick to South Africa, taken shortly, now in their own half. 22 minutes on the clock. Egypt nil, South Africa nil. It's the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations round 2, right there in Morocco. And now ball goes all the way to the left-hand side. Modiba with a long one, but to no man in particular. Looking to find a Shipang Moremi. It will be a throw into Egypt. Once again, a replay of that free kick being taken by Omar Mamouche. Yes, that was indeed a fantastic free kick. You can tell. If man takes a 3, at least one should be in the back of the net. Well, maximum goal poacher. I spoke about the gaffer of Egypt, Hossam Hassan Husseini. A man is indeed a legend right there for Egypt. He's the all-time top scorer with 69 goals in 177 appearances. Do you think that this game will be won with his tactical ingenuity?
I mean, he's well known alongside his brother. You know, I mean, when we talk about the pharaohs of Egypt and how far they have come, these are the men, the Hossam brothers. That's what they used to call them back then. I mean, I remember Hossam actually leading Egypt to winning their 4th title. I think that was in '98, thereabout. What a striker, a very strong one. And whenever they traveled, I mean, when they played Nigeria, mathematical 7. These are some of the people that would know about these guys that, you know, dominated during the early 90s and all of that. So I know a little of them, absolutely, but I doubt if all of that come to play. Egypt is one nation that is also struggling to actually get a place in Africa's table in terms of the bigger footballing nations. Do they think they have qualified for the World Cup? Things are starting to shape up, but they have always been that perennial underachievers on the continent. Yes, the highest team that have won it. When last did they do it? That's the question.
Far back in 2010. Yeah, to be a corner to Egypt to be taken from the left-hand side. Will be looking more or less like an in-swinger. A man looking at just swinging this one in. Maximum Gopo just spoke about a set of pieces. It is a swung in, headed by a player of Egypt, just my 12th man. Talking about Mohamed Hamdi, but was unable to just rat to the back of the net. Make that 24 minutes on the clock. Egypt nil, South Africa nil. And for Hossam Hassan Husseini, that's the gaffer of Egypt. A man represented the national team in the 1990 FIFA World Cup and the 7 Africa Cup of Nations tournaments. Man is regarded as one of the best players in African football history and is the 15th most capped player in men's international football. A prolific scorer, he is also the second in the list of the Egyptian Premier League's all-time top scorers. Hassan is considered one of his country's best players of all time. Well, for Egypt and South Africa, they both opened their Group B campaigns at the Total Energies CAF Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025 with 2-1 victories, defeating Zimbabwe and, of course, Angola respectively. This will be their 4th meeting at AFCON finals, having previously clashed in 1996, 1998, and 2019. Of their previous AFCON meetings, Egypt have 2 wins and South Africa 1 victory. So far, so good in this encounter. Duels won 10 to Egypt, 5 to South Africa. Their first AFCON clash in their final group game in 1996 saw Ahmed El Kassa scored the game's only goal as Egypt defeated host South Africa 1-0 in Johannesburg. Both the teams would progress from the group. South Africa would go on to become African champions. That was in 1996, the last time they lifted the AFCON title. Between both nations, there are 8 AFCON titles, 7 to Egypt, 1 to South Africa. The last time South Africa won it was in 1996, and for Egypt, last time was in 2010. Now South Africa with the ball in their own half. Just looking at just gradually coming to this game. It's been a tale of Egypt, now with South Africa. Moving to the half of Egypt. Yeah, moving forward from the right-hand side. What will man do? Just looking at taking it gradually. Goes all the way back. Finds Mbokazi. Mbokazi still the ball. Not far from the halfway line. Now at the halfway line. It's a long one. Looking to find the striker. Well intercepted by Egypt. And now back to Mo Salah. Mo Salah, the skipper, loses the ball. What was that from Mo Salah? Unable to go past it all. And now Egypt reclaim the ball once again. Long one into the path of Mo Salah. That was definitely too long to be met by Mo Salah. Being chased by the skipper of Egypt, but it was caught by the skipper of South Africa, Rowan Williams. And once again, South Africa just losing possession cheaply. Losing possession cheaply to the Pharaohs of Egypt. The man is brought down. Mohamed Hamdi by Jesma 7-man Osuna Police, who got the first goal for South Africa in their first game against Angola. They need to be careful in this game. They've already seen yellow. That one to Teboho Mokoena, the man who was indeed ineligible during the World Cup qualifiers. And because of him, they were deducted points. At the end of the day, the nation still did well by qualifying ahead of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Cheetahs of Benin Republic as well, to the 2026 Mundial. He was also with Mamelodi Sundowns right there in the CAF Champions League against Remo Stars at the MK Abela Sports Arena in Kuto, Abeokuta, Ogun State, Nigeria. Maximum Gopocha, Teboho Mokoena, a familiar name most definitely.
A very big name in South African football. Okay, the reason why once that error occurred, many were like questioning, the South African official. Is a name that has been there for some time and has represented South Africa really well. For me, South Africa in this game, they've been on the back foot. They are really not impressed. I don't know if it's their approach, because these days I've noticed what coaches do, especially at the AFCON. It's either you're going all out, playing your game, attacking, or you're just sitting back and allowing the so-called big teams space so you can actually catch them on the break, like we, of course, just saw South Africa doing that. But truth be said, it has been an underwhelming performance by South Africa, in my own opinion, and by their estimation, how they qualified ahead of Nigeria for the World Cup, blah, 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 and all of that. I was expecting an end-to-end stuff, perhaps, but that's not what we are getting presently, Donald.
Well, talking about not what we are getting, what do you make of Mo Salah? We can already make it almost half and half what we play right there in Morocco. Mo Salah, his touches have not really been exquisite. It has not been magical.
It's not that sharp. Mo Salah hasn't been sharp. He hasn't been the, Mo Salah that we all know. Where a whole lot has transpired in the last 2 weeks for this Egyptian magician, or maybe former magician. But the magic seems to have faded away. I mean, only recently there were talks about him putting out a Christmas tree, blah, blah, blah. And these also, the issue with the club side, which that has been quelled. I want to attribute all of that. I want to link it to what we are seeing at the moment, because Mo Salah is usually, a top shape when it comes to the Nations Cup like this. You look at his runs, look at some of the moves he's making. It just seems like he's moving about the pitch lazily. Because it's Mo Salah, yes, he can continue to be on the top. That's the body language I see. That's how I read exactly how Mo Salah has fared in the last 30 minutes of this game.
Oh, well, definitely an Egyptian player has seen yellow. And of course, it will be a free kick to Bafana, South Africa. Well, taken shortly by Apolis, finds his teammate Mokoena to the right-hand side. And now South Africa looks like a training routine, posting across into the penalty box, well caught by Mohamed El Shanawi. That was indeed not going to trouble El Shanawi. Quick counter-attack by Egypt now from the right-hand side. Mohamed, man is well disturbed by Teboho Mokoena. Or rather, Mbokazi, just my 14-man for Bafana. To be a throw-in, taken quickly by South Africa, 9 down half. Yes, once again, we've gotten confirmation for that yellow card. It was given to Yasser Ibrahim. Man was just pulling, of course, wanting to tear the shirt of Shipang Moremi, just my 8th man of South Africa. Yellow cards, 1 apiece. Looking at other statistics right here. 31 minutes on the clock. Shot on target, 0 to Egypt, 1 to South Africa. Shot off target, 2 to Egypt, 0 to South Africa. Ball possession, 40 to Egypt, 60 to South Africa. Corner kicks, 1-0. Fouls, 4-5. Throw-ins, 7-6. Yellow cards, 1 apiece. Crosses, 2-2. Goalkeeper saves 1-0. Goal kicks, 0-5. Most important stats after quarter, or rather half and half what we play right there in Morocco. Egypt 0, South Africa 0. Still your champions are dial Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. It's the ultimate football experience with the Australian Donald Senna, aka Donaldo, the bigger player, your lead commentator, and my caller is Lawrence Wanchuku Maxwell, the maximum goal poacher. It's about 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. A game has already come and gone. Right there in Group B, whereby Angola, they played out a 1-0 draw versus Zimbabwe. Most definitely, camera pounds on the fans right there in the stadium. Maximum goal poacher, let's talk about the fans. According to reports for the organizers of AFCON, after 20 minutes, when the stadium isn't filled to the brim, they get to throw it open. What do you make of the fans turnout right there in Morocco?
Attendance hasn't been impressive, Donald. Truth has been said. I recall Nigeria, Tanzania.
It was an almost empty stadium.
About 10,000 thereabout. You know, in other games, you get to see 11,000. I think, say for the Morocco opener, where we see a sold out capacity stadium.
Well, MGP, for Nigeria game, it was 11,444.
11,000 thereabout. That's what I'm saying. So, ordinarily, that game should be commanding near 20,000 because that stadium is a 20,000 capacity thereabout. So, it's been very lukewarm in terms of the fans' participation, despite all that Morocco actually did to get people into the country. But I have not been impressed with the turnout. Even when the North Africans are taken to the stage, you expect the support to be different. It's the same thing for the Moroccans. So I think there's still a whole lot to be done. Opening the stadium, this is not even good for global football. It's not good for the standard of what CAF represents. So I don't think it is wise. Let them leave it that way. If we have 10,000 in the state, if it's 10,000 that you can take at that, leave it at that point. But opening the stand, we often preach against this.
Well, the highest attendance in round 1 of the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations was obviously Morocco versus Comoros, 2-0, whereby the attendance was 60,180. And of course, the second largest attendance was, interestingly, Cameroon versus Gabon, whereby Brandon Boemo got the lone goal in that encounter. Rather, man got the man of the match. It was a 35,200 appearance in that stadium. And the least attendance in round 1 was South Africa versus Angola, 2-1, whereby South Africa were victorious. It was a porous attendance of 4,013. And of course, currently, we hope that this attendance at the same stadium betters that of round 1. The game is currently ongoing right there at the Adra Stadium. Yes, Adra means mountain in Tamazight. It is a multi-use stadium in Agadir, in the Susu Massa region in the country of Morocco. A corner to Egypt from the left-hand side. It will be an in-swinger. A lot of pushing inside the penalty box. They have been spoken to by the referee, the Burundian Pacific, who actually officiated the 2021 CAF Champions League final. Corner is swung in, headed out by South Africa. Well out of danger. It will be a throw-in. Yes, the striker of South Africa coming to do the last job, Lal Foster, who got the winning goal in their first game against Angola. And of course, man of the match. Throw-in taken quickly by Egypt from the left-hand side. A man will look to go back. Goes back to the left-hand side, still with Egypt. Whips in a cross. Defended by South Africa. That almost looked scary by Siyabonga Ingezena. Man knows that he needs to be on top of his game against the Egyptians. Still with Egypt. Number 6 man from right-hand side finds Mo Salah. Mo Salah to Mohamed. Mohamed Hani back to Mo Salah. Looking for 1-2, but well anticipated by the South African. Still with Egypt. From right-hand side, Mo Salah, who got the winning goal at the death in the first game against Zimbabwe. We'll be looking at just leading his team to victory. The man is still itching to lift that title. Africa Cup of Nations. Maximum goal poacher, if Salah fails to lift the AFCON at the end of his footballing career, will he still be regarded as a legend for the Pharaohs of Egypt?
Oh, what a question. I mean, I'd like to answer it in two fronts. First, we look at him as the legend of African football. If he fails to lift this continental showpiece, most definitely, Mo Salah's name won't come up when we are having that conversation of Africans who have dominated the continent. But going back to his country, Egypt, come on. I mean, they've not had a bigger player than Mo Salah. There's no way you're going to erase all that he's been able to achieve with Egypt simply because he did not win the Nations Cup. I think surely he will continue to remain a legend at home, but on the continent, it won't be in that bracket at all.
Interestingly, in 1998, they met in the final with Egypt winning their fourth AFCON title with a 2-0 win in Ouagadougou. Ahmed Hassan and, of course, Tarek Mustafa scoring in the 5th and 13th minutes, respectively. All three of Egypt's goals against South Africa at AFCON have come in the first 12 minutes of matches. But this one is a 37 minutes, still goalless. Current Egypt squad members Mohamed Salah, Trezeguet, and Mohamed El Shenawi, they featured when the Pharaohs lost to South Africa at the 2019 AFCON. Ronwen Williams was also in goal for South Africa, and currently Man is in goal for South Africa. And indeed, the skipper of the team. It's been an upward trajectory for the players right there. Ronwen Williams, El Shenawi, Mo Salah, and of course Trezeguet. And for Mo Salah, in that encounter, he failed to have a shot on target in Egypt. He lost to South Africa at the 2019 AFCON. And in this game, he has definitely not covered himself in so much glory. So far, so good. Man might still turn up in the second half. He's the Egyptian king for a reason. And now to Egypt. Now to Mo Salah. Inside the penalty box, Mo Salah looking to skip past his man. Wow, the man is actually dispossessed cheaply. Mo Salah is down on the top. Inside the penalty box, the referee says nothing. Still with the South Africa in their own half. Beautiful team play and of course teamwork. And now in the half of South Africa, Lal Foster still with South Africa, and now they lose ball possession to Egypt. Salah definitely still on the top, and the players are definitely protesting to the Burundian Pacific and telling him, "Oh, why did you blow the whistle?" I guess man lets a play to continue for a ball advantage. Oh well, that was definitely not good at all, coming from just number 20 man of South Africa, Kuliso Mudau. Just puts his fingers in the eyes of Mo Salah, poking him as if to say to your MMA. Mo Salah, definitely we have a blurry sight, especially his right eye. A man just blinking extensively. The camera focuses on the Burundian referee, who is saddled with the responsibility of just being in charge and of course being involved in this encounter. Yes, man has got a funny name, a Pacific, Ndabiha Wenimana. Hopefully, a man is not the man of the match at the end of the day. And the neutrals, and of course, Egyptians and South Africans will be hoping that he makes the right call. A replay of that one wasn't looking good at all. Yes, there'll be a VAR check. A VAR check. It might be a possible penalty. Maximum goal poacher, a poke by Kuliso Mudau into the eyes of Mo Salah, but I don't think that was indeed intentional. What do you think?
Donald, that was so unintentional.
Yeah.
They were both chasing the ball, and the arm has to swing while you're running. Yes, the player might have, one way or the other, bringing those their dark arts, but that was an unintentional act and does not require a video assistant to referee review for us to see what exactly transpired there. I don't think this is good.
Definitely VAR check, a possible penalty against the Bafana of South Africa, Kuliso Mudau. Yeah, the referee, Pacific, makes the VAR signal, jogs to go check the pitch side monitor. It might be a possible penalty in this encounter. What a big time rush. Once again, we are having in our hands right here. Recall, so far so good at this ongoing AFCON. 2 penalties have been awarded, 2 penalty missed, and of course 2 red cards. Will Kuliso Mudau be sent off? And if the penalty is given, will it be converted or not? The VAR is working. Not like that. That was used during the DR Congo's game versus the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. A referee is still checking the VAR monitor. For South Africans, they'll have their hearts in their mouth. And for the Egyptians, they'll hope that hopefully this indeed goes their way. Once again, we are witnessing. And of course, for South Africans, they don't have fond memory of this referee. Talk about the Pacific, due to the fact that he sent off a player during the 2021 CAF Champions League final. And that was against Al Ahly. And of course, Al Ahly went on to win again, 3-0. As such, as South Africans, they are so weary of the Burundian. A man is done checking the pitch side monitor. He will explain his decision to the fans right there at the stadium, the Adra Stadium. Definitely a tense moment. Yes, makes the VAR sign. It's a penalty. A penalty given to the first of Egypt, Maximum Gopocha.
Wow. What a penalty, or should I say, what a dubious one it is. And it's also, I mean, okay, that's for Foster, the yellow card.
Yeah, Lal Foster gets yellow carded for decent.
I thought, well, they didn't give us a good view of that because the Burundian.
Does it once again. Okay. Mudau, yes. He's also yellow carded. Make that 3 yellow cards to South Africa.
Wow, that's questionable, though. That's a questionable penalty.
43 minutes on the clock. La Foster has been yellow carded for decent. And of course, Okulu Sumidao was also yellow carded for that poking of Mo Salah's eye. A man there pokes the Egyptian king. Omar Mamouche holding the ball. You can see the players still arguing. Sit all, Mbatha, La Foster, Mamouche. While the referee speaks to Ronwa Williams, the skipper of the team. Ronwa Williams will make his way to the goalpost. Another penalty given at the 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. Who will take this one? Mo Salah or Omar Mamouche or someone else? Camera pans on the players on the bench for the Pharaohs. Ronwa Williams wipes his face with his towel. Makes his way to the goalpost. Just number 1 man. Yes, it will be skipper versus skipper. The captain of Egypt steps up versus the captain of South Africa. Mo Salah takes few step back. Man is so focused. Man is still blinking. I hope you can see well. Mo Salah. A one-on-one with Ronwa Williams. Ronwa Williams just doing his own antics. Mo Salah takes his run. Absolutely sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Center of the net. Man draws the first blood. Mo Salah made that 2 goals in 2 matches for the Egyptian king. Egypt 1, South Africa 0. Maximum goal poacher.
You can say that again, Donald. That is, of course, 2-2 for Mo Salah. Well taken penalty, even though I still think that penalty isn't supposed to have been given. But VAR, that is all we have been getting with the decisions these days. So a good one. I just hope this does not spoil the game, because after that penalty was awarded, South Africa started losing their head, composure, and in the process got a few yellow cards, and this could ultimately be affecting how this game pans out. They just need to keep that cool head. It's 1-0, and the Egyptians can go into the half with this advantage, but coming into it, South Africa have got to do better. I'm not impressed with their first half showing. Yes, I wouldn't say Egypt deserved to go in front, but truly they have been the better side in this game. So for South Africa, I think it's all about going into the dressing room and let Hugo Bruce. I don't know what he has to do, but they need to come out with better approach to the game.
Most definitely. And of course, for Mo Salah, just leading by example, the skipper of the team, Mo Salah, who scored Egypt's second goal, netted with his only shot on target and created 6 chances, more than any other player that was in their first game. Salah in their first game also scored his 8th goal at AFCON in his 20th game. Make this one his 9th goal in his 21st game. Haven't scored at 5 editions: 2017, 2019, 2021, 2023, and of course 2025. Salah is second behind coach Hossam Hassan to score at 5 AFCON editions. Hassan scored in 7 editions. What a big time rusher for the Egyptian king right there. More yellow cards have been shown. Make that a plus of 4 minutes of additional time. Plus of 4 minutes of added time right there. Tebo Homokwena is down on the top. Doesn't look good at all. The South Africans definitely need to keep their cool, their calm, and of course their composure in this encounter. They need to be as cool as a cucumber. You can see it's a free for all. It's a free for all. The players, the bench, and even the players on the bench as well. The referee needs to be in charge of this game, maximum goal poacher.
I said it, Donald. I mentioned that earlier because they feel aggrieved. They feel, is it because it's Mo Salah that penalty was given? You know, it's controversial, Donald. I don't know what your thought is, but to me,
and you see what I'm talking about, the officiating. You said it's too early for us to talk about officiating.
No. This is one. I understand that, but this particular one that I have witnessed is a blatant no. It's not a penalty. If I run, my hand goes swing now, and it can hit you anywhere. So that's the essence of the review. Was it intentional or not? But this is what you get. So, like you said, the coach, the referee from Burundi has to be in charge. How can he be in charge? The game has to end now so that you can go for a break. Otherwise, it will just move into chaos.
Oh, well, you can see that the South Africans are actually agitating that Yasser Ibrahim, definitely, or rather, Mohamed Hani, just my 3-man, did something terrible right there. Just a stamping on the feet of, well, maximum goal poacher, a straight red card has been shown to Mohamed Hani. Yes, a straight red card. Egypt are down to 10 men. Man stamped on the feet of Tebo Homokwena. Mohamed Hani, just my 3-man off. Egypt has been sent off. That was why there was a free for all right there because of that tackle on Tebo Homokwena. He stopped on his feet, and right about now, Egypt are down to 10 men. 48 minutes on the clock. Egypt 1, South Africa 0. From going good to going bad.
That has always been their Achilles heel. Composure, discipline. Do you understand? This is where you are in front. What is the need for stamping on a player when you already know that we are barely a minute to the end of proceeding? This is definitely going to haunt them at the end of the day. They're going to come out with a man shot in the second half. Though South Africa themselves, they've not really approached the game like a side that truly came to win. But I see the second half opening up for them. If only Hugo Bruce, at least, can be on the offense.
Yeah, most definitely.
They're boring game for me, all 45 minutes.
Yeah, the fat lady sings. The center referee blows his whistle right there at the Adra Stadium. The Burundian, talking about Pacific, he blows his whistle. It's halftime. Egypt 1, South Africa 0. A long goal being scored by the Egyptian king. Liverpool forward Mo Salah, a via penalty, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. Ronwen Williams dived to the left, and Salah planted the ball in the center of the net. That's how it ends. And of course, Mohamed Hani gets a sense off for that Russia challenge on Tebo Homokwena. Halftime. Egypt 1, South Africa 0. Okay, before I get to the maximum goal poachers half-time thoughts, a look at the statistics right here. Shots on target 1 apiece. Shots off target 2-0. Ball possession 48% to Egypt and 52% to South Africa. Corner kicks 2-0. Offside 0-1. Fouls 5-6. Throw-ins 11-7. Yellow cards 1-3. Red cards 1 to Egypt, 0 to South Africa. Crosses 4-4. Goalkeeper saves 1-0. And of course, goal kicks 0-5. Maximum goal poacher, before we feel the pulse of the sport fans, your half-time thoughts. Maximum goal poacher, before we feel the pulse of the sport fans, your half-time thoughts.
Yes, I just had to go for a quick breather there. What first half? It started slowly. Like I said, it was steady. It was slow, with the Egyptian side being the side that was building. They were the one who were more, creative with the ball. They did most of the play, while the South African just sat back, waiting to take them on the break. I mean, prior to the last moment of this game, I think it's not been the best. This is not the best game I've seen as far as the African Cup of Nations 2025 is concerned. And these two played like teams that might not really be going the distance at the tournament if we had to judge by what we saw in the minutes. For Hugo Bruce, I think he would be disappointed with his boys. So we'll see if it's about to ring the changes. If that is the solution, then he definitely has to do it. But the set of players that executed this first half, truly, they brought a little or nothing to the game. While for Egypt, Hosam Hassan, the manager who is very experienced and knows exactly what it takes to win, I'm also sure he would have a lot to say to his players. We spoke about Mo Salah, before he got that penalty. He has definitely been underwhelming. His touches have not been clean. His runs, you look at it, it just seems as if he was too casual coming into this game. Or perhaps it's Egypt that are too casual with the African Cup of Nations approach. But all in all, first 45 minutes, the team, the better side, of course, are the team in front, which is Egypt. And they suffered a red card in the death of first 45 minutes. That might just spell doom for them coming into the second half. But then it remains to be seen if South Africa can take advantage of their numerical position ahead of the second 45 minutes.
Yeah, most definitely. Talking about the numerical advantage, maximum goal poacher, it must be noted that it was a second yellow card to Mohamed Hani. Yes, a man should have been more careful. He committed a bad foul, received the second yellow card, and of course, sent off his matching orders. And of course, definitely, that will have an impact on the second 45. Right about now, maximum goal poacher, I will allow you to go take a breather while we feel the pulse of the sport fans.
All right.
Yeah, 0700 2255 1037, 0700 2255 1037. The other line 081 27 82 84 97. Once again 081 2782 84 97. Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations, Egypt 1, South Africa 0. Egypt are down to 10 men. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, BGP.
Yeah, welcome to the broadcast. Welcome, the first man.
Thank you very much. Well, first time I spoke to Adwabo the done so much.
It's been chaotic.
Chaotic, yeah, that's what I've been looking for. I've been chaotic. I've been much. I think they've been the man of the match so far. Give it as that penalty for me. I'm not watching. I'm not listening to you. We could be your available information give to us. Or the update, I think that penalty is not what to be called penalty. It's called a maximum goal poacher. Mean that the referee be the man of the match, so that was not good enough. I think we need a different officiating in this tournament because Africa should be needing while they are following. For the last tournament, we have a good record in terms of officiating. This should also be the same thing. Because this game, this tournament. So the referee has a penalty for me. Well, according to the maximum goal poacher, I think that does not deserve or want a penalty. So they are giving it. And the referee and the Egypt team down to 10 men, that's an advantage to the South African side. That makes the go to more kaka for the South Africa. So I think they should come out of their house and attack Egypt if they get a goal. So I speak to my prediction was 2-1. So I've been able to do that. That's a good job. You are doing. We have been doing a phenomenal job, man. I couldn't tell you guys. God bless you, man. More strength, man. And I don't know if GP is hearing us or is he there? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Continue.
Yeah, is it Majiba Gube with you?
You step out to just get a breather.
Okay, I need to back. He asked me, this afternoon I called him, but I think it's for a program. He said I should send my WhatsApp number.
Okay.
I said, no, he said I send it to my WhatsApp number. The WhatsApp number, but I'm not carrying with my phone. No, I told you that I forgot my phone before.
Okay.
Maybe I text a message to the number. He was still there. I don't know if he saw the message.
You know what?
Thank you very much. Yeah?
Honorable, just send me a message. You've got my number. Send me a message. Send me the details of the message.
Okay.
Yeah, send it to me directly. Thank you very much, Honorable. Still your champions dial, Eagle 7 Sports Radio, 103.7 FM. Ultimate football experience. It's about live coverage, commentary, and of course analysis. And make your voice heard on Global Radio. Once again, we are witnessing right there in Group B. It's been so chaotic, so dramatic, and of course so exhilarating. Okay, right about now, we shall go take a breather. And of course, when we come back, it will be everything second 45. Don't even move a muscle. Time check right about now, 4:58. You can hit the broadcast December 26, 2025.
Debuting every Saturday. It's Mathematical 7. Oh yes, what time? 7:30 a.m. on the dot. Where? Of course it's Eagle 7 Sports Radio Station, 103.7 FM, terrestrial radio, and of course on our social media platforms. What's it about? It's a full range of sports and entertainment. Oh yes, what a complete package of goodness. We're doing this for you, our superb listeners. You're going to be astounded. Now you may ask me, what's on offer? There will be incredulous stories written by Mathematical 7, stories from his archives, and exclusive live and recorded conversations with sports personalities from around the world. Not only this, we will take a deep look into sports issues in Africa and beyond. This is the dot to dot, where once you connect the dots, you get the full picture of this new, exciting program. As usual, there's going to be great music from Eagle 7 Sports Radio Station, 103.7 FM. Come on, set your dial to this frequency. Stay tuned to Eagle 7 Sports Radio Station, 103.7 FM.
All the party way then they do for Lagos City.
You say Saturdays are for parties? Well, we say Saturdays are for sports.
Ronaldo! Absolutely incredible!
Join Donaldo, the big game player, every Saturday on Saturday Sports Zone. Get expert analysis and juicy sporting stories from Nigeria, Africa, and around the globe. Tune in from 12 noon to 4 p.m. on Eagle 7 Sports Radio, 103.7 FM. When the mic is on, it's all about having fun. Sell your TV and buy radio. Radio just got more interesting with Donaldo, the big game player. Saturday Sports Zone, making your Saturday a splendid day.
ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí ní ibi gbogbo tí afẹ́fẹ́ ìkànnì bá fẹ́ dé. àfin tèmi ò nílò ìdánimọ̀ lọ́jà tó bá dọ́jà wọn mọ̀ pé ó dọ́jà ni. Samuel Owóyẹmí fẹ́lẹ́fẹ́lẹ́ láyé lórúkọ tèmi. fẹ́lẹ́ ni gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ mí sí. ẹ ní gbá pẹ́nátì lọ tróyìn o. ẹ máa pàdé mi ní gbogbo ọjọ́ àbámẹ́ta.
Saturday láti aago méje alẹ́ 7 p.m.
lórí Pápá Plus ní ìkànnì yìí Eagle 7 Sport Radio 103.7 FM. wọn ò ní wo ẹ̀rọ VAR lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ayé yín o tí wọ́n bá lọ wò ń kọ́ fún àǹfààní tiyín àti tèmi ló máa jẹ́ o. lóní wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ lóní wọ́rọ̀ ṣíṣà ẹ jẹ́ ká pàdé lórí ètò LPP lórí Pápá Plus lọ́sẹ̀ yìí.
This is Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM, where the passion burns hotter, the analysis runs deeper, and the champions, They don't just play, they fly. Stay connected. We're on TikTok, Eagle 7 FM. On X, formerly Twitter, Eagle 7 FM 1037. On Facebook, Eagle 7 FM 1037. YouTube, Eagle 7 FM. And our website, www.eagle7fm.com. From the locker room to the living room, from Wasimi to the world, we bring you sports like you've never felt it before. Eagle 7 Sports Radio.
Take flights with Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM, your ultimate sports destination. Experience the ultimate sports and entertainment radio station, Eagle 7 FM 103.7. We're not just a sports station, we're a movement. Stay on top of the game with live sports commentary and analysis, exclusive interviews with top outlets and sports personalities, in-depth coverage of local and international sports events. But that's not all. Music, entertainment, and lifestyle segments to keep you vibing. News, current events, and social issues discussions, unique shows and features that set us apart from the rest. Connect with us on X, Twitter at Eagle 7 FM 1037, YouTube at Eagle 7 FM, TikTok at Eagle 7 FM. Visit our website www.eagle7fm.com to stream live, catch up on your favorite shows, and stay updated on the latest sports news and trends. Join the Eagle 7 FM family. Follow us, share our content, and be a part of the conversation. Come fly with us.
I am Peter Rufa, aka Dodo Mayana. You are listening to Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM.
My name is Tunde Kelani TK. I'm a storyteller and filmmaker. Right now you are listening to Eagle 7 FM 103.7 right here from Abeokuta City.
This is the Eagle. Fly high with us. Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM.
Yeah, welcome back for the second 45 of this pulsating encounter right in Group B, involving the Pharaohs of Egypt versus Bafana South Africa. Yes, players already on the top right there, and of course, the Pharaohs will get us on the way. Still your champions are Dal, Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. And now for the Egyptians are playing from the right hand side to the left, and for South Africa playing from left to right. For Egypt, their traditional colors: red shirts, white socks, black shorts. And for South Africa, a yellow jersey, deep green shorts, and yellow socks. 45 minutes and some seconds right on the clock. Welcome back. Still Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. I'm Donald Senna, aka Donaldo, the big game player, your lead commentator. And of course, welcome back, Lawrence Onwachukwu Maximum Gopocha.
Yes, thank you very much, Donald Senna. The second half of action on the way already. After that, a dramatic end to the first half, which saw a red card. And now the Egyptians would have to make do with 10 men in this one. So, like I said during the end of the first half, the onus is on the South Africans to make it count. But over the years, we've seen that a depleted team doesn't automatically mean a deflected team. No, it's more about organization and seeing how you can stay out the remainder of the minutes that you have left. For Egypt, can they do that? Well, I'm not Jose Amazan. He has what it takes, so we'll see how each players can actually stand firm for 45 minutes. While for the South Africans, surely firepower is needed. They have been lagging behind in terms of bringing themselves, asserting themselves in this game. And that's what I'm expecting to see in this half. So, as the game continues, we hope that it will definitely be a clean game in the area of officiating, which, in my opinion, the first half, yes, I can say it, Donald, that one, again, CB.
Well, maximum goal poacher. There's been a substitution being done by the first of Egypt, and of course, Omar Mamouche has been ejected out of this game, and of course, Ima Ashore has now been introduced, a central midfielder, 27 years of age, born in 1998. What do you make of this? Taking out one of your lethal strikers to bring in Imam Ashore.
Yeah, he definitely has to go. You know, one player or outfield player will be sacrificed for that red card. So, unfortunately for Mamouche, is the one who has got to exit. It has nothing to do with injury. It could have been, most likely, could have been anybody. It depends on who the manager deems, fit for such an exit. For Mamouche, it will be a sad one. But come on, this nation is in front. He will just hope that they can stay firm and stay this way, because they will be tough in that group with maximum 6 points, while South Africa would only be second.
Well, talking about his opposition gaffer as well, Hugo Bruce, a man has also made a substitution of his own as soon as possible. And interestingly for Hugo Bruce, man led Cameroon to the AFCON title in 2017, defeating Egypt in the final 2-1 in Libreville. Salah and of course Trezeguet, they both started the game for Egypt right there. And for the young man right there, what do you think he'll be wanting to do in this second half? He has already made a substitution. We shall get confirmation of the player that was brought in and of course the player that was also substituted.
The substitution, which will always come, there will be more of those, guys being brought by the managers. I think South Africa, should also begin to look at areas where there could be some brilliance from one player or the other. But so far, I think Ronwen Williams just seems to have taken that starboard position, because life Foster, you cannot really rely on such a players. And other than these names, you find you struggle to pick out the star names in the South African. But I think individual brilliance can also help them at this stage, because the Pharaohs of Egypt are going to be very, very cautious of the fact that they are a man down. So that would almost lead to more being defensive mindedness, and you will need creativity to actually unlock such a side, especially if you come up against a very disciplined defensive lineup.
Now ball will to play. Of course, it will be a corner kick to the Egyptians at the first and the second 45. Once again, the Gladiators doing battle for both the nations. Well, for Egypt, Mohamed El Shanawi, Yassi Ibrahim, Hamdi Fati, Rami Rabia, Mohamed Hamdi, Zizo, Mawanatia, Mahmoud Trezeguet, Mo Salah, Omar Mamouche out of 4, Eman Ashore, and of course, Mohamed Ani sent off. Yes, for South Africa, it was Mbatha who was taken out, and of course, Sifumbule has now been introduced. Corner was taken, well parried or punched by Ronwen Williams, and now ball in the half off. Egypt now with South Africa just looking at just doing something meaningful, productive, and of course exciting in this second half. Apolis finds his teammates, back to Apolis. What will he do? Whips in a cross, wanting to go for goal all by himself. El Shanawi will not be troubled. It looks like it will be a corner. Once again, a replay of that parry by El Shanawi. Yes, corner taken shortly. Wow, that was a beautiful cross by the South African, well punched by El Shanawi, the goalkeeper of Egypt. Now South Africa starting the second half like a house on fire. Throwing taken quickly. Mudau finds his teammate in Teboho Mokoena. Mudau on the yellow. Mokoena also on the yellow. They need to be careful. And now to the left. Moremi. Egyptians, they know that they are a man down as such, defending astutely. And now to Kuliso Mudau. Mudau from right hand side. Finds his teammate at the edge of the box. Wow! Wanted to take a strike. Well blocked by the Egyptian. Mudau. Yes, the goalkeeper just giving him a double thumbs up. Mudau a trusted soldier for the Bafana of South Africa. And of course, the Brazilians. Talk about Mamelodi Sundowns. It will be a corner to South Africa. Their first in this encounter comes in the second half from the right-hand side by left footer. It will be an in-swinger. Moremi who whips it in. A well cut like a baby by the goalkeeper Mohamed Eshnawi. That was definitely just flying into the safe hands of the goalkeeper. That was a direct corner to the path of the goalkeeper, El Shanawi. For Hugo Bruce, man be thinking, of course, of scratching his head. Hugo Henry Bruce, born on the 10th of April 1952. Man is a Belgian professional football gaffer and former player, currently taking charge of Bafana of South Africa. Interestingly, man started his football career in his hometown, Humbeek, playing for KFC Humbeek, and was discovered at the early age of 18 by a scout from RSC Anderlecht. For more than 10 years, he was their central defender and helped them win 3 European trophies, 3 national championships, and 4 Belgian Cups. Between 1974 and 1986, man represented Belgium, gaining 24 caps and finishing 4th at the World Cup in Mexico in 1986. In 1983, Bruce switched teams and started playing for Club Brugge. He played there for 5 seasons until 1987-88. During this period, he helped his team gain the Belgian Cup in 1986 and the championship in 1988. In 1988, Bruce retired as a professional footballer. In his career as a football player, he won the Belgian Cup 5 times. Definitely not bad from Hugo Bruce, current gaffer of South Africa. He has been in charge of the team since 2021. Well, maximum goal poacher, what do you make of Hugo Bruce as the gaffer of South Africa? And of course, he's been at the helm of affairs for 4 years now, since 2021. And for the South Africans, they've got huge respect and, of course, admiration for the Belgian.
Yeah, I mean, he's really is one who knows African football like he's an African, you know. He's won the Nations Cup. He's led many other African nations to the African global stage. So he has cut his teeth. You know, there is really nothing you can say about Hugo Bruce right now. He's one in-demand manager in the African continent when you talk about our national team. So, and of course, you can see the results he has achieved with the Bafana. Bafana would ordinarily not be able to brag when you talk African football, but he has seemed to restore that confidence in this young Bafana side. He has looked inwards. He has also gone outside the shores to bring in the very best players, and no wonder they have qualified for the World Cup. They are right here at the Nations Cup, and they've always given a good account of themselves when it comes to the Nations Cup stage. It's just a matter of time, you know, before South Africa can say yes, they can actually come to Africa global stage, African continent like this, and make a meaningful impact like they can do. They can do the flurry of attack. I'm liking it, and Egypt, they don't look comfortable in defense, in my opinion, and that's could just crack before you know it's done out.
Oh, well, MGP, I love the fact that he said without Hugo Bruce, the South Africans can definitely not flex their muscles when you're talking about everything African football. The last one, this AFCON title, far back in 1996 on home soil. But an area whereby the South Africans can flex their muscle is when you talk about African clubs with the highest player representation at this ongoing AFCON. Maximum goal poacher, it's interesting to know that the first and second clubs with the highest representation are currently facing, talking about their national teams. Orlando Pirates 9, Al Ahly 8. So interestingly, Orlando Pirates and of course Mamelodi Sundowns 9 and 5. That's 14 in total. They are represented right here at AFCON. That underlines South Africa's strong presence when you're talking about their domestic league. And for Al Ahly, they've got 8. Quite interesting. Someone is asking, what about MPFL players?
We could have recorded one if only Hamas did not make that move to Tanzania. it could have been one, but unfortunately, it's not so. But the Brazilians, like you mentioned, South Africa is all about, Mamelodi. The yellow, everything, the national team points to that club side. So it's no surprise that they have 9 coming from that team represented in AFCON.
Still, Bafana with the ball. 9.5 of Egypt. They are looking at just getting a quick equalizer. 56 minutes on the clock. Mokoena finds his teammate. And now to the left-hand side. South Africa. What a strike! Wow! That was indeed audacious from Aubrey Modiba. Looking to catch the goalkeeper napping. Mohamed Eshnawi. Just outside of the 80-yard box. Wow. After looking at that one from replay, that was indeed not so going to trouble Eshnawi. Well, for Modiba, he knows that was indeed wasted. They need to be doing better. They've got the numerical advantage. Yes, you heard that right. Mohamed Hani was sent off in the first half for a double yellow card. And now Egypt attacking from right-hand side. Oswin Apoles. Oh, wow, what a strike from just Seven Marada. Mahmoud Trezeguet was looking at beating the goalkeeper by his near post. Rawa Williams was alive to his duties and, of course, the responsibility. A quick delivery from Ronwell. And now back to Egypt. Egypt now having a rare spell of ball possession in the second half from right-hand side. A man just slows down attack. They know that they are a man down, so they need to be tactical and, of course, technical in their play. Now they lose ball possession now to South Africa. A long goal by South Africa. Absolutely managed to throw on goal. Wow. Mohamed Eshnawi comes out as a super goalkeeper. Kicks that one away. A timely intervention. Mohamed Eshnawi has been called to action more times than one in this second 45. Yes, for South Africa, now piling all of the pressure. It's getting hotter. It's getting feistier. They are penetrating the defense of Egypt like hot knife going through butter. They have parted the Red Sea, the South Africans, but yet to get to their destination, which is the promised land, which is definitely getting a goal. Now South Africa from left-hand side finds his teammate all the way to the center. And now with Siyabonga, and now finds Mudau back to Siyabonga Ngazana. Taking the ball. Oh, wow, what was that coming from Siyabonga? Loses the ball to Egypt. And now attacking. Mo Salah. Absolutely beautiful through pass to Mahmoud Trezeguet from left-hand side. Trezeguet, one-on-one. Skip past his man into the half chances. He's brought down. Referee blows his whistle. Oh, wow. Maximum goal poach. I'm loving this. Take it quickly. Back to Egypt. And now from right-hand side. Mo Salah, just a pass. What a strike. Wow, well saved by Ronwell Williams. And that was a fantastic strike from the Egyptian right here. From the right-hand side inside the penalty box. End-to-end stuff. A quick counter-attack. Ronwell Williams saves that one from the man who was brought in second 45. Imam Ashaw. And now still with Egypt from right-hand side. Ashaw with the ball. Whips in across. Well blocked by the defender of South Africa. Siyabonga Ngazena. And now South Africa attacking from left-hand side. Still in their own half. South Africa and now finds his teammates. Well, now in the center circle. Yes, South Africa attacking. Goes all the way to the right. And now finds Justin Noah. Etman right there. Looking to skip past his man. Moremi Shepang. Goes all the way back to Mudau. To his teammate now loses the ball. And now to Trezeguet. Trezeguet finds his teammate in just my 5-man. Right there goes to Mo Salah. Mo Salah dispossessed. And now to Egypt. End-to-end stuff. And back to South Africa. Mo Salah. Man is sandwiched by two Bafana. The Egyptian is dethroned. And now Bafana attacking from left-hand side. What will he do? Finds Mokoena. Mokoena finds his teammate. Where dispossessed. Man is brought down. The Burundian blows his way, so it will be a free kick on Umbule. That was indeed a Russia challenge coming from Hamdi Fati on Umbule. Well, definitely for the Egyptians, they need to be careful. Once again, that attack by Egypt. Mahmoud Trezeguet was brought down. Free kick taken quickly. He passed the ball to Zizo. Zizo to right-hand side. And now finds Salah. Salah back to Ashaw. And of course, that was a fantastic strike by Imam Ashaw. And indeed, a beautiful save by Ronwell Williams. Would not be beaten by his near post. One of the best goalkeepers right here on the continent. Make that 61 minutes on the clock. Egypt nil, South Africa nil. To be a free kick to South Africa in a promising position. Well struck. Wow, man is brought down. What would the referee say? Mudau. Offside. Quite unfortunate. Mudau will not be getting a penalty. Look at the statistics right here. A shot on target. 2 to Egypt, 2 to South Africa. Shot off target, 2-1. A block shot, 1-1. Ball possession, 42 to Egypt, 58 to South Africa. Corner kicks, 2-4. Offside, 0-2. Fouls, 6-8. Throw-ins, 14-11. Yellow cards, 0-3. Red cards, 1-0. Crosses, 6-12. Counter-attacks, 1-1. Goalkeeper saves, 2-1. Goal kicks, 4-5. Most important start after 62 minutes right there in South Africa, or rather in Morocco. South Africa 0, Egypt 0. It will be a goal kick to Egypt. Still yet to be taken. El Shanawi just waiting patiently as the referee speaks to the players right there. Once again, that free kick was struck. But then again, for Mudau. He was brought down by the goalkeeper. But for El Shanawi, he's lucky that Mudau was indeed offside. Else, that would have been a penalty to Bafana of South Africa. This game definitely, in this second 45, has been more explosive than what we witnessed in the first half. That's why it's been said that in the game of football, there are definitely no two halves. Camera pans on the dignitaries right there in the stadium. Honorable mention, the president of CAF, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, is South African, and of course the president of Mamelodi Sundowns, or you call him the owner, Maximum Gopocha for Bafana. They've come out like a house on fire in the second 45. It will be a corner to Egypt. Mahmoud Trezeguet applauds the call from the referee. A man has definitely just risen to the occasion in second 45 since Omar Mamouche has been taken out. A corner to be taken from left-hand side by Egypt. All men inside the penalty box. They'll be looking for an assurance goal. And obviously, I think one way they can get an assurance goal is via the set pieces, a free kick, or even corners as well. You can see the referee, or rather the Egyptian gaffer right there, Hossam Hassan, definitely just pacing at the touchline. He knows it's going to be a long day right there. Zizou, just 25 man, right-footed. It's an in-swinger. What was that from Zizou? Too long, but met by Salah. A beautiful one touch by Salah. And of course, a South African had the last touch right there. Talking about Mbule, who was brought in to represent Mbatha. Another corner to Egypt, and now will be taken from right hand side. Camera pans understands. Indeed, the fans are loving it. A corner to Egypt. Will it be taken long? Yeah, Mo Salah, the Liverpool player, swings it in, headed by South Africa, nodded back by an Egyptian. Finally, it will roll out of play to no man in particular. Just 14 man, Hamdi Fati, with that header right there. As such, it will be a goal kick to Bafana South Africa. Well, for Bafana South Africa, they won their opening game for the first time since the 2004 edition. But right about now, they are yet to rattle the back of the net. A shot, 4 to Egypt, 5 to South Africa. Their 2-1 win over Angola marked only the third time since 2004. They have won a group stage game against a country other than Namibia. South Africa's last 4 group stage wins came against Angola. That was in 2013 and 2025, and Namibia in 2022, and of course 2023. Their last victory over another nation at the group stage was against Benin in 2004. And now to South Africa. Wow, Maski passes man, takes a strike. Well blocked by the Egyptian inside the penalty box. It's the Wall of Pharaoh. What a strike from Apolis, who got the first goal in their first game against Angola. Now, for South Africa, they are camping the Pharaohs in their own half. Now from the left-hand side, still with South Africa. They've got the numerical advantage. And now, finds Mokoena, center circle. And now to Jessima 21 man. Ingezana. Siyabonga. Goes all the way back to Mokoena. Mokoena to the left. A man changes his mind. Wow, a pass to a man at the edge of the box. Loses it to Egypt. Now Mo Salah. Mo Salah just slowing down this one. Looking to drop a true pass to the man who was indeed almost running through on goal, Zizou. And now South Africa built their own attack. End-to-end stuff. South Africa from left-hand side. Lal Foster. Still Lal Foster. One-on-one with Yasser Ibrahim. Foster still with Ibrahim. Ibrahim will not let him go. And now Foster dropped the ball. A long one into the penalty box. Headed. Egypt cleared their line. And now they look at building their own attack. And that's what he did. Just to clear the ball out of danger. And now back to South Africa in their own half. And now with Siyabonga and Gezana. Finds Tebo Mokoena. Or rather, Mbekazeli. Now they move all the way to the left. Shipang Muremi. And now you can tell that the plan, the aim, and of course, the objective for Egypt is to soak in all of the pressure. While South Africa keep knocking, and of course knocking. And now with the Moremi from right hand side, Moremi has just changed or switch roles. And from Gezana, man wanted to pull in a cross, but no, just a short pass to Mokoena to Mbokazi. And now still with South Africa, looking for that one to pass. Whips in a cross, yeah, we are blocked by the defender right there, Rami Rabia. That was indeed a fantastic defending, else would have had an easy tap in by a South African. Yes, another substitution to be made by Hugo Bruce. Mofokeng will be introduced in this encounter. Just about 10 man. We'll be looking at just doing something meaningful, productive, and of course, exciting and indeed entertaining. Apolis, who got the first goal in the first game, has now been taken out. Mofokeng has now been introduced so far. Bafana, South Africa. Let's see what man does in this encounter. A corner taken, headed out. For Relo Boho, Hile Mofokeng. A man is indeed a left winger. A place of Orlando Pirates right in South Africa. Definitely a home lad. We're looking at just adding his own experience and of course his own bite to this encounter. Camera pans on the beautiful Bafana South Africa lady right there. Yes, all the way from Limpopo. We are for Bafana. You can also call them the Rainbow Nation. Yes, the South African national football team. They adopted the nickname Bafana because it was a spontaneous term of endearment shouted by fans during a match and subsequently popularized by journalists. The nickname, which means the boys in Zulu, became a symbol of national identity for the newly unified post-apartheid team. You can see the fans right there. They are singing, they are screaming, the boys, Bafana in Zulu. The name has since become an integral part of South African football culture, with the South African Football Association, SAFA, eventually securing the full trademark right to the name in 2011 after a prolonged legal dispute with a local businessman who had initially registered it. Recall that they are still the only African nation to host the FIFA World Cup. It will be a cooling break or a water break. 70 minutes on the clock right there. South Africa, a beautiful nation. Officially the Republic of South Africa. It is the southernmost country in Africa. Its 9 provinces are bounded to the south by 2,798 kilometers of coastline that stretches along the South Atlantic and of course Indian Ocean. To the north by the neighboring countries of Namibia, Botswana and Zimbabwe. To the east and northeast by Mozambique and Eswatini. And it encloses Lesotho. The capital is Pretoria, the executive capital. Cape Town is the legislative capital, and of course Bloemfontein is the judicial capital. They've got 12 official languages right there in South Africa. Afrikaans, English, Ndembele, Nsepedi, Sesotho, Setswana, South African Sign Language, Swazi, Shivenda, Zoza, Sinsonga, and of course Zulu. Don't just love South Africa. The president, obviously, Cyril Ramaphosa. Bafana, South Africa. Now they've got the ball to the left-hand side. A man just patiently building, waiting for an opening to strike these Egyptians, the Pharaohs. Officially the Arab Republic of Egypt. It is a country spanning the northeast corner of Africa. And of course, southwest corner of Asia via the Sinai Peninsula. Cairo is the capital, the largest city in Africa. They are still leading in this encounter. A ball in the hands of the goalkeeper, Mohamed El Shinawi. They will try as much as possible to just see of this game without conceding. It will be a goal kick dropped to the player who now opposing whips in that cross. A shot on target 2-2 in this game. But for South Africa, they know that yes, shot on target is nothing if they don't put the ball into the back of the net. Now still with South Africa, almost to the left. From one man to another, patiently building. Mokoena finds his attacker. Still twisting and turning. Yeah. What will he do? Posing across by Moremi. Headed out by the defender. Egypt defending for their lives. Defending with all they've got. Mo Salah chasing that one. Will not be met. All men behind the ball for Egypt, including Mo Salah, who is in the center circle. His teammates in their own half. And now South Africa inside the penalty box. Moremi! What a strike by Mudau. Buried by Shinawi. Now still in South Africa. Just my third man. Look to beat his man. And now inside the penalty box from the left-hand side. Twisting and turning. He's to push out. One touch or too many. Finds his teammate. And now to number 13 man. Sifefe lost it all. And now finds another player to the right-hand side. Shipeng Moremi. Whips it across. Headed by the Egyptian. Now to be a throw into South Africa from right. They are throwing everything at the kitchen sink. Not throwing in the towel. El Shanawi, as cool as a cucumber. What a strike from Mudau. Looking for the bottom right corner. Well parried by Mohamed El Shanawi. A big save right there. Reminds me of Tibako Tua. Now Moremi looking to take on this marker. There's been a substitution. Magogopa has been brought in. And of course, Sit-All has been asked to sit. And now counter-attack. Mo Salah chasing this one. No. Met by a South African first. Mo Salah definitely edge catching up with him. Couldn't catch up with the ball. A long one into the half of Egypt. Well nodded by the defender right there. Hamdi Fati. Egyptians are doing the lost job defensively. And now back to South Africa. Moremi. One-on-one with his marker. Wow, beautiful dribble right there. A body movement. Drops it across. Headed out by Mohamed Hamdi. And now it's getting more interesting. Getting feistier. And of course, more entertaining. Still with the South Africa. Mokoena. And now finds his man right there. They go to the left. And now comes back. Go to the left-hand side. Number 10 man with the ball. They're still looking for an opening. And now they lose ball possession. Mo Salah. Mo Salah from the right. He's isolated. Yes, he finds a teammate. Wow, beautiful pass to his teammate right there from right-hand side. Egypt now attacking. They look to slow down the ball. Well, a man who was just brought in. We look at doing something meaningful right here. He passes the ball to number 19 man. Wow, looking for a finesse. Oh, what a strike from Mawan Atia. Oh, what a try from Atia. Just, if it had come down a bit, would have definitely troubled Rawa Williams. Indeed, the fine ball from Atia struck that one with his side boot. And now South Africa attacking from the left. They are just pounding all of the pressure on Egypt. Inside the penalty box, man still twisting and turning. One touch or too many. Looking to dribble his marker, but no. And now Egypt will attack from the right. Ashu. Finds Salah. Salah to a teammate. And now to the left. Definitely not leaving any stone unturned at all. Talking about the Egyptians. Mari Hamdi to Fati. Fati to Rabia. Rabia pulls a long one, looking to find a Trezeguet. Will he meet it? Yes, a Trezeguet gets to it 1-on-1 with Mudau. What will he do? Wow, fine defensive job being done by Mudau, who plays for Mamelodi Sundowns. A man faced off Raymond Stars at the MK Blast for Arena in Kutu Abeokuta. Trusted right back for South Africa. Mudau. Okuliso already on the yellow. 76 minutes on the clock. Egypt 1, South Africa 0. A penalty being scored by Mo Salah in the first half, 45 minutes. Egypt are down to 10 men. Yes, you heard that right. And now Moremi inside penalty box. Edge of the box. Wow. Moremi. Move past his man right there. Mohamed Hamdi. But not neatly. Now back to South Africa. One team playing, another team defending. And now still South Africa. Man is brought down by the defender right there. Yassa Ibrahim. Referee said play on the Burundian. Wow. Yassa Ibrahim. A no-nonsense defender. Man has just been going into all of the tackles right there. Leaving no stone unturned at all. Yassa Ibrahim is still with South Africa. It's a penalty box. Wow, man is sandwiched by 3 Egyptians. The Pharaohs and of course the Mummies will not let him go. Finally, Yassa is down. Breathing heavily. What a game it has been for Yassa. The defender right there, Ibrahim. He has got a player rating of 7.0. Plays for Al Ahly. He's a 32 years old centre back. Accurate passes 18 out of 22. Make that 82%. Defensive contributions are 7. This is Eagle 7. Don't get it twisted. Ultimate football experience. It's been a crazy encounter right there in Morocco. And now still with South Africa, Moremi. Moremi to a teammate right there. Whistling that cross. Wow. What was that? Referee said play on. Ball advantage. And now to South Africa. Inside the penalty box. 3 men running him. Backing pass. Wow. What a poke by the player. Mohamed El Shenawi. Always as cool as a cucumber. That was indeed a beautiful poke by the South African. Aubrey Modiba. He knows that should have been au revoir. Now they attack again. It's all about attack. Like the maximum goal poacher. South Africa inside the penalty box. Modiba. Wow. Beautiful defensive job being done again by the Egyptians. Rami Rabia. Leading like a rabbi. Rabbi means a teacher in Hebrew. Yeah. South Africa all the way. Just wanted to get that equalizer. You can see the fans. Machaka knows that should have been into the back of the net. Finally, Trezeguet will be substituted. And Mohamed Shihata will be brought in. 7 out for number 15. South Africa will also be looking at making their own substitution. Mohanadi launching in for Zizo. Zizo out for Mohanad lashing for Egypt. It's all about massive defense, massive attack. It will be a throw into Egypt in their own half from right hand side. 79 minutes on the clock. Taken by Asho. Finds Mo Salah. Referee blows for something. I guess that was a foul on the South African by Mo Salah. Free kick taken quickly. And now South Africa on the ball in the center circle. Yeah, a maximum goal poacher. Oh, what a game so far, so good. Bafana, the boys, they are going against the Egyptians. But the Egyptians definitely, like Pharaoh, will not let South Africa pass her through.
Yes, of course. The reverse right now is the case. What we, of course, are in the Bible where they have to look to the Israelites go. But this time around, it is the Israelites who want to come right back at Egypt. And Egypt are holding strong to their 1-0 advantage. It's been all South Africa. They've dictated this term. And that's to show you just how football is. 2 different halves entirely. First half, Egypt were more in control, but this time around, they are just left with picking the loose balls and trying to see how they can salvage this situation they find themselves. They are a man down, and South Africa are throwing everything at them at the moment. I've been enjoying the game, to be honest with you. When you look at how South Africa themselves have created these chances, but then not being able to bury them, it hurts. It hurts so much because at the end of the day, games like this, you just find out it ends at that same margin, 1-0. That means Egypt have done their job. Already, Lacazette, who has been all over the place, has just been substituted. That's to tell you now, is getting that back line even tighter. It's about that time you lock it up, and the South Africans that you and I know are going to find it difficult when we get to that last minutes of this game.
Yeah, most definitely. Another substitution by Hugo Bruce. Moremi out for Mokwana. The Pharaohs will not let South Africa go. And for Egypt's national football team nickname, they chose the Pharaohs to honor the rich and, of course, iconic history of ancient Egypt and its powerful rulers. It is a symbol of national identity, strength, and historical pride. The key reasons for adopting the nickname: national identity and heritage, symbol of unity, symbol of strength and rule, and of course, international recognition, not forgetting cultural connection. Right here, we are still connecting you to everything that's happening right there in Morocco. Egypt 1, South Africa 0. 82 minutes on the clock right there. Ultimate football experience. That was indeed a wayward ball from Mbokazi. He needs to be doing better. 82 minutes on the clock. Definitely it's all to play for. Well, for the Pharaohs of Egypt, they'll be looking at winning their third straight consecutive game in all competitions. In their last 5 matches, it's been 2 wins, 2 draws, and of course 1 loss as well. Recall that they played at a 1-1 draw versus Kuwait in the Arab Cup, a 1-1 draw versus United Arab Emirates in the Arab Cup. They beat Jordan, or rather Jordan beat them 3-0 in the Arab Cup. They beat the Super Eagles of Nigeria in an international friendly 2-1 before kickstarting their campaign right here at AFCON. 2-1 against Zimbabwe. And for Bafana, they are definitely unbeaten in their last 5 games. They won the last 4 and of course drawn 1. This a beautiful run of form started against Zimbabwe, whereby they played a goalless draw versus Zimbabwe. It was the CAF World Cup qualifiers. And now South Africa inside the penalty box. What will they do? Man whips in the cross, not to be met by a South African. Still with the South Africa, Lal Foster at the edge of the box. Whips in the cross, rather a strike. We are blocked by the defender. Man led on the top to get down for his team. Mo Salah to right hand side. Now Ashaw attacking. Yes, Ashaw. What will man do? Will he be assured? 1-on-1 with his marker. That's my 14 man, unable to just do something meaningful. He loses the ball to South Africa. Man was just dilly-dallying. Could not go past Mbokazi. And now still South Africa. And now in the half of South Africa, rather in the half of Egypt, looking to skip past this man. No, will not go past. Yes, Ibrahim. The man has been so rock solid in this game. And now to South Africa in the half of Egypt. All men behind the ball for Egypt, including Mo Salah, defending for Egypt. Some will say not defending for Liverpool. And now still with, wow, beautiful step over. Don't dribble yourself. Back to his teammates. Number 21 man, we've seen a diagonal cross to the left hand side. You can tell the intent from South Africa. Get an equalizer as soon as possible. And for Egypt, just hang on to the game. For South Africa, they are standing at a defeat for the first time in their last 5 games. They beat Rwanda in the CAF World Cup qualifiers 3-0. Beat Zambia in friendlies 3-1. They beat Ghana in non-FIFA friendlies 1-0. Beat Angola in their last game 2-1. Yet to rattle the back of the net in this encounter. It's all to play for. Man whips in a cross, headed by South African, but will not trouble the goalkeeper. Jesse, 23 man, who was brought in the second 45. Evidence, Mark Gopa. No good evidence at all that one will rattle the back of the net. You can see the players on the bench just being agitated. Hassan Hussein, not a happy man yet. 85 minutes right there. Egypt 1, South Africa 0. Definitely all to play for. And of course, recall that will come later in the day. Yes, by 6:30 p.m. the Chipolopolo of Zambia versus the Sri Lanka of Comoros. And by 9 p.m. the Atlas Lions of Morocco versus the Eagles of Mali. Yes, Ousmane Dembele is in town. Not forgetting Kylian Mbappe Lottin. They are all right in Morocco. to support their friend Achraf Hakimi. And now back to South Africa. Wow, Mudau brought down by the player neatly. Back to South Africa in the half of Egypt. Man whips in a cross, headed by Ibrahim. Will not allow them go. Mokoena inside penalty box. Love Foster. What will he do? Back to Mokoena. Etrivela. They are agitated for something. Man is screaming for a penalty. What will the Burundians say? That was at the end of the box. Will not be intimidated. Will not be intimidated by the Bafana. You can see the bench right there. Urging man to go check the VAR. Mo Salah definitely coming in the situation as the big game player that he is, as the senior man that he is, just at the edge of the box. Just at the edge of the box. Looks so close. Where man was brought down. Mokoena to La Foster. La Foster went out of the box, was brought down by the man right there. Talking about Yasser Ibrahim. Wow. Okay. It was that sliding challenge by Rami Rabia. 87 minutes on the clock. Maximum goal poacher. 3 minutes to go. The South Africans are indeed nervy.
Egypt are almost there. That's just what I can tell you right now. Despite all of the huffing and puffing of Bafana, you know, they left it rather too late. I think the first half should have been better than what they gave us. As far as I'm concerned, that was where they got it all wrong. They respected the Egyptians too much. And even when Egypt got a red card, I mean, yes, you gave it all. You created more of the attack moments in the second half. But when you don't score goals, there's really nothing to show for it. Barely 3 minutes to go. Is it when they're going to get the goal? I don't see these South Africans pulling an equalizer in this game. They even have to be wary the way they are going forward, the search of this goal before they are actually hit on the break. It definitely looks like it's going to be an Egypt all 3 points game as far as this last 3 minutes is concerned. They just huff and puff, truly. All of it, go back and look at all of the opportunities they created, but nothing really, worthy of mention. So I think it's just going to end this way, 1-0, and it will be Egypt with 6 points.
Yeah, finally, the Egyptian king has been substituted. Talking about Mo Salah, walks majestically. Yes, man has got 2 goals in 2 games. Mo Salah, just about 10 man, a proud Egyptian, and of course a Liverpool legend. Irrespective of what Jamie Carragher says, Osama Faisal has been introduced. Man plays up for National Bank. Born on the 1st of January 2001. He's a New Year boy, and of course, he's a striker. Well, it must be noted that 5 of Egypt's last 6 games saw both teams to score. Will there be both teams to score in this game? 89 minutes on the clock for Egypt. They didn't lead at halftime in any of their last 5 matches, but today they broke that jinx. 3 of South Africa's last 13 AFCON finals games saw both teams to score. They are still looking for that much-needed equalizer in this encounter. Of South Africa's last 15 wins, 12 were accompanied by a +2 goal margin. Well, there's a plot twist. VAR check, possible penalty, maximum goal poacher. What a game! What a game!
Wow.
You can see the South African fan right there. Praying earnestly to whatever he believes in. The players are crowding the Burundian referee. Yes, a Pacific in Dabiha Wenimana from Burundi. The man has already given a penalty in this game. Scored by Mo Salah. Mo Salah was taken out a couple of moments ago, and now Mama Joy is praying. They want joy right there at the Adra Stadium in Morocco. Will it be joy? That is a tears of joy for South Africa. Or not? We still await that a call coming from the referee. Man is being crowded by all players right there. From Fati to La Foster to Mokoena to Mudau. Just name it. 10th period. 91 minutes on the clock. Plus 7 minutes added in honor of Eagles 7. Now let me add you to the conversation. 0700 225 1037. 0700 2255 1037. Checking possible penalty. The other line 081 2782 8497. 081 2782 8497. The WhatsApp line for your calls and text 0706728 0732. Yes, finally, the referee indeed does the VAR sign, goes to check the pitch side monitor. MGP, this doesn't look good at all. Most times when they go to a pitch side monitor, it's often given as a penalty. Yeah, the Egyptians will be praying that this does not amount to a penalty. Once again, it was a strike by Mokoena from the edge of the box. And indeed, the Egyptian defender, Yasser Ibrahim, slid. And in sliding, his left hand touched the ball. It looks so close. To me, looks like it was just on the line. The referees don't check in. We'll go explain his decision to the fans right at Adra Stadium. In every moment, absolutely no penalty. Yasser Ibrahim goes down, bows his head, prays to his God. Man is absolutely thankful. He's emotional. He's brought up by his teammate, Mohamed Hamdi. Definitely not a penalty. It looks so close. Just at the edge of the box. Wow. Some will say indeed debatable. Look at that joy from Yasser Ibrahim. They pray. It's a Friday. Juma Mubarak right in Egypt. And South Africans can't believe their eyes. Plus 7 minutes of additional time. The fans of Bafana, some stand akimbo. Some are just lost for words. 93 minutes on the clock. It's all to play for Hugo Bruce. Smiling cheekishly. But obviously, it doesn't get to his mind. Now play will resume. Mohamed El Shanawi. What was that from El Shanawi? Looking to find his teammates, but that was indeed poor. Could not get to Mohamed Hamdi. It will be a throw into Bafana. Taking quickly, Mokoena finds his teammate. And now to the left. South Africa attacking. One-on-one with his marker. A ball rolls out to play. It will be thrown to South Africa. Now they are doing everything hastily. South Africa with the ball. Find the man who was just brought in. And now goes to Mudau from the right. Mudau whips in across. Well parried by El Shanawi. What a job being done by the goalkeeper. So far, so good. Still South Africa in the 80-yard box. Whips in across. Headed out by Hamdi Fati. Yes. Finally, Egypt can definitely heave a huge self-relief. The goalkeeper is down on the top. Looks like he was hit by the South African when he went up for that challenge right there. Yes, he just hit the body of the South African man. That was evidence. Mark Gopa. It was evident that truly that was a foul on the goalkeeper, El Shanawi. He's down on the top in the 6-yard box, being attended to by the medics. Mark Gopa, the culprit. 95 minutes on the clock. It's now or never. A long goal that was scored by Mo Salah in the first half. The penalty is still what separates this side. South Africa not giving up just yet. Some fans already making their ways out of the stadium. Yes, already making their way out of the stadium. It's an era view of the fans. They are loving it. They are enjoying the atmosphere. Soaking in all of it. Enjoying it while it lasts. It's a Boxing Day fixture right there, Morocco. AFCON 2025. Yeah, goal kick taken by the goalkeeper. 9.5 of South Africa in their own penalty box. You can sense the urgency and the quickness from South Africa. Mudau to the right. Finds number 12 man. Mokoena. And now to Ngokazi. Back to Mudau. Mudau to the right. Mokwana. 2 men on him. Will you go past the Egyptians? Still Mokwana looking to go past another number 12 man of Egypt. But no, will not move past him, absolutely. They know that it's now or never. It will be a throw into South Africa from the right-hand side. Deep in the half off. Rather, it's a corner. Yeah, it's a corner. To South Africa, 96 plus 50 seconds. Now or never. Mokoena raises his left hand, right footer, in swinger, comes in, headed. Wow, what a save by Oshinawi. That was indeed a fantastic header by the South African. Man was absolutely left unmarked inside the penalty box, looking for the bottom right corner. Wow, Oshinawi, a right place at the right time. Indeed a contender for MVP or man of the match. You can see the players of South Africa on the bench. Another corner taken, headed. This time we're not sure with the goalkeeper. Kick out of play by the defender. Yes, they will all challenge for it in the half of South Africa. Wow, Mbokazi beautifully dribble his man, but the ball is already out of play. Throwing taken quickly, and now Egypt with a rest spell possession, they lose it. Back to South Africa. 97 minutes on the clock. 97 minutes. Now or never. Squeaky bomb time. I guess that this will be the last attack from South Africa from the left in the half of Egypt. Back to his teammates. Egypt now not willing to attack at all. A cross is delivered into the box. A well punched by the goalkeeper. Still with South Africa. Wow, man deleted to marker. And now back to Egypt. Still patiently looking to build. South Africa get the ball, but no need to. Yes, Mudau. And the ball struck his hand. As such, it will not be allowed to continue. Oh, what a fine save from the goalkeeper. And indeed, a good header from the South African as well. Yes, you can see Jose Massan telling his boys, be calm, be calm, be calm. It will be a free kick taken by Egypt. A long one to no man in particular. 98 minutes already. Egypt looking at qualifying to the next round. Yeah, that's the Pharaoh right there. And of course, for South Africa, staring at defeat. 90 plus 10 already. 90 plus 10 already. With a man down, they are holding on. They are being strong. Now in the half of South Africa. Goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Ronwen Williams. Man drops a pass to the left. Still with us, South Africa. In the half of Egypt, diagonal pass. Headed out by Mohamed. Mohamed definitely has been so rock solid. Back to Egypt. From the left, finds his teammate in the half of South Africa. And now from the left, what will man do? Well, just looking at using delay tactics. A beautiful pass from Ashore from the right. Now they want to attack. Egypt inside the penalty box. Whips in a cross. Well caught by Ronwen Williams. Thrown by Ronwen Williams in 99 minutes. The Burundian fails to blow the whistle. And of course, Hossam Hassan. So animated on the touchline. Still with Egypt. They lose ball possession to South Africa. Back to Egypt. Now the goalkeeper kicks that one long. The Burundian yet to blow his whistle. 100 minutes. 100 minutes right there at the Adra Stadium in Morocco. Still with South Africa. Now they lose it to Egypt. Back to Egypt. Ashore. One man. More passer to Bafanas. Ashore in the center circle. Looking to beat 1, 2, 3 man. Yes. Moving through them like hot snap going through butter. No man to assist him. Ashore. Still with Mbokazi. Ashore is definitely brought down. Man is exhausted. Referee blows his whistle against Ashore. He can't believe it. And now, free kick taken quickly. South Africa attacking in the half of Egypt. What will man do? All Egyptians have now gone back. And now to South Africa. Mdao from right hand side. Well, quickly, just a pass to his teammate right there. Mokoena. Mokoena finds another player. It takes the strike. Wow! I guess that will be the last kick of the dying horse. What a strike coming from Aubrey Modiba. Looking for the left corner at the bench. Indeed, we are so hyped up. But that will not go into the back of the net. 101 minutes. A crazy encounter. South Africa not backing down. It will be a goal kick. El Shanawi kicks that one. Finally, the fat lady sings Pacific in Dabiha when Nimana from Burundi blows his final whistle. Right then, Group B, the first of Egypt, they march into the next round, which is a round of 16. A full time, Egypt 1, South Africa 0. Long goal being scored by the Egyptian king, player of Liverpool, Mohamed Salah. It was a penalty in the 45th minute, and for Mohamed Hani, he got 2 yellow cards. He was sent off in the 45th plus 2 minutes. The Egyptians, they held on, and finally they crossed into round of 16. South Africans have been beaten. A full time, it's Egypt 1, South Africa 0. Yeah, a look at the statistics after full time. Shots on target, 3 to Egypt, 6 to South Africa. Shots off target, 3 to Egypt, 7 to South Africa. A block shot, 1-5. Ball possession, 36 to Egypt, 64 to South Africa. Corner kicks, 4-7. Offside, 0-4. Fouls, 10-9. Throw-ins, 19-18. Yellow cards, 0-3. Red cards, 1-0. Crosses, 9-28. Counter attacks, 2-1. Goalkeeper saves, 6-2. Yeah, El Shanawi making 6 saves in this encounter. Goal kicks, 9-6. Most important start after full time. Egypt 1, South Africa 0. Mo Salah rescuing the Egyptians from the penalty spot. Make that 2 goals in 2 matches. Now let me get your full-time thoughts. Your full-time contributions. Right there in Group B, Egypt number 1, 6 points. Number 2, South Africa, 3 points. Number 3, Zimbabwe, 1 point. Number 4, Palancas Negras of Angola. They've got 1 point. Group B standings. Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, DP and BGP.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, this is calling back.
Welcome, the first man.
Thank you very much. God bless you for the great job you are doing with Portabo's commentary. Really appreciate you for that. You know, just God bless about that. You know, I think South Africa messed up the game. I think it's opportunity to equalizer, but they couldn't do it because I think Egypt was so solid defense. They had to defend it with their life, you know. But that one goal they got, the first half. It's a good game for Egypt, you know. Having 6 points, I think moving to the right. So they go over there, so they are doing my pleasure. Kudos to South Africa should try their last match, I mean. They have enough opponent to qualify.
Yeah, they've still got a game to go.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I think they can still do that because they are still compatible, they're a good team. They're able to do that. I think they can go over the... Who are they playing? Zimbabwe, right?
What did you say?
Who are they playing left?
You mean South Africa?
South Africa.
They'll play the Warriors of Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, yeah. I believe they're going to defeat Zimbabwe now. I see them qualify to the finals of Good to you, man. God bless you, man.
Yeah, thank you very much, the first man, Honorable Adam. It's a signed, sealed, and delivered. Yes, the first of Egypt, they become the first nation to be through to the knockout stage of AFCON 2025. what a big-time rush coming from the Pharaohs of Egypt right there. Just holding on to that slender 1-0 lead to defeat Bafana South Africa. Yeah, still getting your thoughts right here before I jet out of the studio. Maybe 1, 2, 3. Of course, we shall call it a wrap for everything. Ultimate football experience. Well, absolutely. For South African players, they were left in disbelief after not being awarded a penalty in stoppage time for a potential outball by Egypt. Some say inside the box, some say just on the edge of the box. A crazy game. 2 games, 2 Salah game winners, 6 points. Egypt booked their spot in the AFCON round of 16. Yeah, the Egyptian king for a reason. Indeed, a big game player, Mohamed Salah. That was Mo Salah's 65th goal for Egypt. Well, it's not to note that in 1996, Bafana lost to Egypt. Then guess what? They went on to win the AFCON. Are you pondering what I'm pondering? Will history repeat itself or not? Okay, time check right about now. 9 minutes gone past the hour 6. Still December 26, 2025. A freaky, fabulous, and fantastic, fun-filled freestyle Fajr Friday. All about a bam bam dim dim. A Boxing Day experience. Yeah, with that being said, yes, we'll drop anchor totally on everything. Ultimate football experience on your Champions Dial Eagles 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. So come later today by 6:30, Zambia vs Comoros. By 9 p.m., Morocco vs Mali. In the English Premier League, Manchester United vs Newcastle United. Yeah, catch me tomorrow by noon, most definitely, for everything. A Saturday Sports Zone. And of course, Ultimate Football Experience will also make a grand return tomorrow for the game of Super Eagles of Nigeria versus the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia. Battle of the Eagles. And of course, we'll be broadcasting live on Eagles 7. That game goes down by 9 p.m. Nigerian time. And by 8:30, we shall open our live studio for the live commentary and of course coverage of that encounter. It's about everything. 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. One station, two hearts for the nation. We are the Vine of Sports. Others are the branches. We write the book of sports. Others are read from it. We lead while others are follow. When it comes to sports, to the blind, we are the vision. To the deaf, we are the sound. To the hungry, we are the chef. And to the thirsty, we are the water. Once again, Merry Christmas in arrears. Wishing you all happy holidays. Enjoy the rest of your Boxing Day. And of course, don't allow the weekend to weaken you to the end. I remain yours in sports, Donald Senna, a.k.a. Donaldo, the big game player. God bless you abundantly.